Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail with me, your host, Tim. In the last episode, we defeated quite a few mutants and secured the T-ray emitter emissions and notes for Principal Investigator Dreft. Upon completion of that, we were given another T-ray emitter task, which we completed. But in between that and the previous one, we were approached by a messenger, and we talked to Epsikos, however you say it, Lydia, who let us know that Aiden himself wishes to speak with us. We are very close, I believe, to our deep caverns excursion, and I think I am about as prepared for it as I think I can be. We will go over my equipment shortly. Alright, so, what else have I done? Well, I have gone back home and outfitted myself with as much stuff as I think I'm going to need when I don't know if that's the proper thing I should say. I've outfitted ourselves with supplies in the hopes that it will get us through the deep caverns. I left enough carry weight that if I do need to carry things with me, we should be able to do so. I don't think we'll be going down there immediately, however, but we will eventually be down there. I have created ourselves a better shield as well. Slightly better. This is my current shield now. And this was our old shield. So this blocks more damage at every single level. It has more capacity and a better conversion rate, and slightly more energy than this one had. I will still make one more attempt to get some other energy parts from the principal investigators that are here. Aiden is waiting for you in his office, Garrett. Doesn't this say some scribble right there? Some scribble. Send blueprints to the labs. Chemistry lab. Electronics. Tailoring? 836. Interesting. A nightmarish facade stares at you with its barren eyes. Tentacle-like extensions hanging from the lower part of the mask only add to the already intimidating sight. While it is only that, a mask, it seems natural to wonder if what is beneath it could be even more frightening. This tall, imposing figure is Aiden, founder of the Institute of Chort. There is no doubt about it. He wears a long, decorated robe that exhibits a ghastly flow with every move he makes, all of which are controlled and deliberate. Also, a symbol of an eye with 5 tentacles growing out of it stamps the robe with the highest rank you've seen any of the Chortists have. He lowers his head to look at you, and delivers his words in a profoundly deep voice, only slightly impeded by his terrifying mask. Chort is evolution, Garrett. Finally, we meet. I would like to officially introduce myself. I am Aiden. I never had the opportunity to thank you for returning the set piece to Institute of Chort. If it had stayed in the hands of the Devolved, I would have been greatly disappointed. Well done. Hey, I got the chance to deliver some pain to those derailed freaks and join Institute of Chort. Pure win. I am most pleased with your enthusiasm. We rarely get to witness such valiant effort from those who have yet to become part of our institution. Make yourself comfortable, and let us begin. What do you seek of me? Aiden, can you describe Chort to me? You are the only person who has seen it. It would be most difficult to do so, Garrett. Chort is formless once its regeneration cycle is completed. However, it will have transformed into a being worthy of finest, beautiful, magnificent description. Since I am the only one blessed with the privilege of seeing it with my own eyes, you will have to be satisfied with such a minimalist response. I understand. Allow me to ask you something else. I will answer your questions, but remember that I am a busy man. You mentioned that the figurine was a part of some set. Can you tell me more about that? I can tell you little, for it is due to be unveiled at the 100th anniversary of Institute of Chort's existence. The set is called Conquering the Surface, and it consists of pieces crafted entirely out of finest materials. The last piece that was due to arrive, one you retrieved, is called Reaching Man. For the rest, you will have to be patient just a while longer, Garrett. Can you tell me more about the anniversary celebration? Mentioning any details would spoil the surprise. Just know that it will be magnificent. Our institution deserves nothing less. Few of the details are unknown even to me, for I, too, deserve to be surprised from time to time, do I not? I like this very much. I'm going to talk to you viewers. As a cult, you need a very strong, powerful, charismatic leader. And Aiden strikes me as fitting the bill very, very well. The first time I did this, well, it seems like years ago now, because it was years ago now, I actually thought that, hey, this guy makes a lot of sense. If I was playing a character that was really wanted to see humankind evolved and risen up with a chance to reach the surface, I would have played a character who would have thrown in with the Chortists. It's really well done. How do you feel about the Protectorate presence in Upper Underrail? Underrail Protectorate are no threat to us, for we occupy completely opposite parts of Upper Underrail, and have little to no interaction. At least, that is the current state of affairs. Their obvious expansionist agenda cannot be ignored, and after observing it in action since their arrival, we have prepared ourselves to effectively counter any unwanted advances. The free drones are a painful thorn in their side, mostly in the north, and they dared... Wait, I apologize. Let me restart, Garrett. The free drones are a painful thorn in their side, mostly in the north, dared they admit it or not. So we, Harmos, Davros, and I, believe they will focus most of their efforts on securing the southern part of Lower Underrail, Junkyard, and Rail Crossing, which teem with free drone activity. In addition, the inefficiency of transporting troops and personnel through the core city, is one other major obstacle they must overcome. It will take at least a few more years, according to our estimates, before we would need to view them as an actual threat. We will always be one step ahead of them. What is your opinion of the free drones? I ask because I am a member of it, but we're not going to tell Aiden that. They are the antithesis to the Protectorate, a force acting in the opposite direction. It is the nature of politics, an eternal war of conflicting ideologies, waged to entities that embody them. Even if the free drones lose the war, the ideology will not disappear, for it is the most basic building element. The negation of control and oppression will instead act as a seed for another group, another organization, another entity. Destroying such a basic urge could only be achieved through the destruction of humankind. But enough of politics. It is a time-consuming subject, and time I haven't. Was there anything else? I was sent here by Epicopos Lydia to talk to you about becoming an assistant investigator. Yes, Garrett. Epicopos, whose title no one can pronounce. She informed me in advance of your arrival. She told me the principal investigators found you a very useful and dedicated assistant. She even mentioned Monsignor Lenora in a direct comparison to you. If becoming assistant investigator is your wish, you need not wait for long, Garrett. It is a matter of several days before you will find yourself working on your first project, solving your first problems as an investigator. Institute Chort always needs dedicated men like you, and I am satisfied to know we have them. If that is what you seek, Garrett. Are you sure this is the path you're willing to take? Or perhaps your heart guides you elsewhere? It is not too late to reconsider. There are more ways to reach one's destination. That is what I want, and I can't wait to start working on my first project. Most excellent, Garrett. I have no doubt that you will perform your duty with great zeal, for your actions already speak of your exceptional dedication. Before we end the conversation, do tell me which department you are most interested in working for. Physics. I will remember what you said, Garrett, and it will be taken care of. You are free to go now, Garrett. I will discuss this matter with Episcopos Lydia and... Aiden abruptly stops talking. You're unsure why at first, but then you start getting this feeling that your guts are vibrating. It is so subtle that you are unsure whether you are imagining it or not. Aiden's reaction suggests the latter to be true, though. He tilts his head up, keeping perfectly still and calm otherwise, while maintaining silence. Soon, the vibrations grow in intensity. Do you feel that? Once the tremors die down, Aiden drops his gaze back to you. That was surprising. I received no warning from investigation regarding potential seismic activity. Back on the subject, you will be notified when the time comes. Are there any further questions you had for me? So, I don't think he's seen the surface, but we can ask him that question. This seems a pointless question. He's at least a few hundred years old. I believe he's probably the only one that Chort even lets get close to him, so I'm fine in not pestering him about that. I don't really need to ask about this. Like, I don't think he needs a title. He is Aiden. Everyone just knows that that is his title. So, no, we will go. Chort guide you, Aiden. Chort guide us all, Garrett. Brother? Okay, everyone. Let's go down and talk to the Principal Investigator Dreft. He'll be interested in knowing that we completed his task. We'll also visit the shop down there. I keep forgetting that there are shops here, besides the weapons and armory merchant, that I should probably visit for extra supplies. I think one of the groups here might know something about the seismic activity as well, so we can talk to everyone here and see if they might have some sort of information about what the heck's going on right now. Yep, strange tremors have begun shaking the Institute Chort. Maybe you should investigate the cause. Are you here to ask about the tremors? Because everyone swarmed here after the ground started shaking, like it was something we are causing. Reminds me of the particle accelerator black hole panic from a few years ago. Magnificent chart. I deployed the device. Chef? I know. I'm getting some readings. Were there any problems with the authorities? No problems at all. I'm very pleased to hear it. I guess luck is starting to be on our side again, Garrett. Smooth execution. That's what I like to hear. Now, the reception we're getting is not as smooth as I had hoped for, but we'll work on it. See if we can tune it a bit. We'll analyze the readings and then we'll know the results. Here's 500 credits for you. Any more work for me? Take the another emitter even farther? I'm afraid that's all for now. Unless you have some experience in particle physics. Don't answer that. With your help, we now have more than enough data to study and plan our next moves. Also, a lot of paperwork for the next symposium. And also, we are fresh out of emitters. And also, thank you very much, Garrett. Your efforts were apex, to say the least. Is there anything else you needed? What can you tell me about these tremors? We have a seismograph set up here in the lab, and we monitor it very carefully. First of all, these tremors came out of nowhere. There was no previous indication an earthquake was about to happen. And second, we still do not know why it's happening. Do you know the direction they're coming from? Well, now, the readings, if they're correct, and they should be, imply it's coming from the west? I obviously can't pinpoint it specifically, brother. Why do you ask? No reason. I'll be right back. Chort guide you, Investigator Chef. Chort guide you too, brother. When was the last time, everyone, that there were tremors? Do you remember? There was a cutscene of sorts that occurred. It was when Core City was attacked by the Faceless. I have a hunch that... Oh, I want to go shopping for better shield parts first, just in case. Just in case I can get super lucky and get a fantastic core and shield parts that might make a better shield. Although, I will say that I think we are trapped now inside the building. These constant tremors are really distracting. I'd like to purchase something. Of course, brother. Please wait a moment and I will show you what is available. Ooh, 147 plasma core. Very, very nice. I'll take that. No, nothing else is good enough. But the plasma core, that is amazing. So I want that. We can trade him the old efficient emitter and take some more credits with what's left. I think where my father worked had one of those. So, the tremors are coming from the west. Well, let's investigate the west wing, shall we? We'll see if something is happening there. And our journal was updated. The tremors have begun shaking into the chort. Maybe... Oh, no, that's still the same thing. Why are you still here, brother? Oh, nothing else. Okay. I thought maybe they'd say something about the tremors. I do have a save slot before we did any of this episode, because if we end up in a situation where we can't beat the game, I want a means to be able to not be stuck in deep caverns. And we are totally getting there this episode. We will see some new stuff together, because we are not far from where we need to be. We'll actually take a look at everything I brought with me when we get down there, I suppose, because it's gonna be it's too late now. So we'll wait. We'll get down there. I'll show you what supplies we have with us, and then we'll be set. Faceless. Notice that they're not hostile to us. Their text is gray, not red, so we might be able to talk with them. I think we will say hello and see if this is a bad idea or not. As soon as your presence becomes known to the two faceless guards, they raise their weapons in unison, ready to use them, but suddenly they freeze. The hallway becomes noiseless. Even when the two guards lower their weapons, we hear no talking, nor notice any visible signals between them. Several seconds pass before one of them turns around. Let's wait and see what happens. The nearing of yet another armed faceless evokes a strange feeling of familiarity. And only when he finally stops right in front of you do you remember. He is the injured faceless you rescued back in Core City. Indeed, you recognize his damaged mask. With each passing second, you seem to recall every little dent and scratch on it. As the puzzle solves itself in your head and completes that very image, you notice how every red wound has now been replaced with a pale scar, and how that bleeding cylinder on his arm has now been straightened out in line with the other two. Other than the fact that he is in much healthier condition than used to be back then, there is yet another major difference between this encounter and the one from Core City. One you notice as soon as he reaches underneath his mask, makes a subtle twisting motion and begins talking to you with a sensitized voice. Greetings. If you value your life, you will leave the Institute of Chort at once, while there is still time. Wait, what's going on here? What are you doing here? There is a brief pause as three faceless stand in silence, motionless, staring at you. The pause feels longer than it actually is, but ends once you are spoken to again. The invasion is imminent. The Institute of Chort will soon be overrun, and everyone inside eliminated. You helped me in Core City. I still live because of you, and for this sole reason, you will receive this warning. Now leave. Should you linger on when the invasion begins, you will be treated no differently than the Chortists. That is my message. I'm glad you survived. Thanks for warning, and farewell. He nods and reaches underneath his mask to end the conversation. Afterward, he finally walks away. Now, that's pretty amazing. the last time I was here, I did not actually save that Faceless. I did not even realize he was in the cage the very last time I made it this far in the game. I thought we actually had to fight them, because that's what I had to do last time. With this information, let's see if we can now double back and tell Aiden what's happening. So, there is a way to leave the structure by falling down the one hole that we saw back in that other area where we first met Six. However, I do not think that even if we leave the building, the sequence will happen that is required for us to make any more progress in the game. I'll have to try it one time, or look online after we're done with this to see what we can do. Like, if it's possible to leave and the Faceless wipe out everyone, but I do not believe that is possible. We have to go back and report this to Aiden, to my knowledge, and then we will see what happens next. Because otherwise, I think Garrett would normally just get the heck out of here, go back to Southgate Station and tell Tanner, forget your stupid cube thing. It's just not worth the effort. Magnificent Chort, did you feel that, brother? Chort is evolution. Welcome to my office again, Garrett. What do you seek? Aiden, I have important news. I have been to the West Wing and found a Faceless Tunner carrying fully armed troops. That is the cause of these tremors. Faceless. Speak quickly, Garrett. What other information do you have for me? I spied on them before leaving. I don't think they saw me. If they did, you and I would not be leading this conversation. The Faceless have no mercy, no emotion, not unlike machines. Never forget that. However, were you able to see or hear anything regarding the motives behind their arrival? Not really. I need you to return there and try learning their purpose here. And if more will be coming, also be discreet. Panic is the last thing we need. I will, Aiden. So long. I have no doubt you accomplish your task. Chort guide you, brother. Darn it! I mean, we did actually do this. I did find out. Maybe... Okay. Let's leave. We'll walk back. And we'll see if he, we'll see if we can tell him. I didn't want to mention that they were here to invade. The Faceless. Did you learn anything new? I actually managed to talk to the Faceless. I found out they are planning an invasion on the Institute of Chort soon. He makes no motion or sound in acknowledgement of what you just told him, at least not right away. His response comes after this uncanny pause. You were warned about the invasion. I find that highly implausible. Why would the Faceless willingly reveal their plans? Even conversing with someone not of their kin is difficult to comprehend, as proven by their corrupted nature. However, I have no reason to doubt you, however strange the situation might seem. Was there anything else? That is all I know. What happens now? Now we must take an appropriate counteraction. Chort needs to be preserved at all costs. First, we must mobilize all preservation forces we have available. Then, we must alert Harmos Stavros and his Rasiphors in deep caverns. Since communication with both Seisostine outposts as well as the nucleus has been made difficult after the earthquake, Someone will have to make a descent. It would be wisest if I was the one to make the descent to deep caverns and personally make sure that Chort remains safe. Mediant Samuel would be left in charge of the Institute's defenses. How would you get to deep caverns? This building possesses an elevator beneath this office. It is the only access point to deep caverns available. The elevator at the back of my office will take us to the chamber below. The elevator to deep caverns lies there. Few are allowed access to it, yet due to the situation you found yourself in, you will be among those selected few. I need to do something first, Aiden. Do not take too long. I'll wait for you by the elevator in chambers below. Darn it, no! I wanted to pick your pocket because I forgot! I forgot! I forgot to pick the pocket. I don't think you probably would have had the level required anyway. But you never know. What do you think? Should I reload and try it? I think I should. How about this, everyone? I'm going to save the game. I'm going to save the game. And then I'm going to see if he had anything. And I'll tell you what he had. I'll be right back. Okay, this is actually interesting. He has an elevator keycard. So we could take it and leave. I think we will do that. I think we will do that. I should have picked this pocket earlier. So now let's try getting down to the elevator. So that required going this way. Normally, everyone, I wouldn't undo this, but I actually, when talking to Aiden, was like, oh crap, I really went to pick his pocket. So, we will do this. Let's see if this is going to be easier for us to go this way. No, it's not. Oh, he saw us, but apparently it didn't matter. Good God, that drains batteries so quickly. Alright, so we have to go back to the West Wing. And we have to go to the other entrance exit. And we'll see if we can take the elevator down. Those few seconds drained a third of the power on that device. Slightly over a third. So, this time, they're aware that since we already talked to Aiden, they're aware the faceless are here, but we have not told them that they are invading. You figured they would probably know that was actually the case, just by telling them the faceless are here. wonder if the coil spiders will be back. I certainly hope not. Darn it! Oh, God, I hate you. There goes all the power in all of my items. And we're stunned. I flippin' hate you, spiders. Oh, and of course, my Garrett's dumb enough to walk right into that. That's a lot of battery power just gone now. Our food is about to expire, and we don't want that to happen. So let's eat some copper, some cave hopper steak. Wait till this is off cooldown. You know, it's tempting to free these faceless while I'm here. But they'll be freed by their brothers anyway. Okay, everyone. Shall we give this a try? The Faceless, they're here! This is a battle between them, and not something I think Garrett would normally want to get involved in. We just made it before the Faceless arrived. Oh, look at the light right here. I wonder if that indicates where the elevator's located. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns to wait. Yup. Lights on number 2 now. Faces are also red. That's gonna be bad. We may have to get involved, even though I don't really want to. I love the Doctor. That is so awesome. Feeble. Yeah, but I think the Faceless have several waves of reinforcements. 3 more turns? I don't know if the Chortists will be able to resist this. I think we have to get involved, as much as I really don't want to. Yeah, there's just simply too many of them. Or maybe we can just pray. They do have more units up there. Maybe we can hide in a corner and rush into the elevator the moment that the door opens. Unfortunately for us at home, we're not going to be able to watch any of the combat, because I need to stay in the shadows and away from where all of them are currently mustered. That recombat's down. Now they're attacking the Prior Fort over there with, looks like some psychic powers. Two more turns. Pickpocketing. Holy crap. I wonder if Aiden will make it out. I don't know. Oh, they're psychics as well. Oh, the Faceless are going to have a tough time taking the Institute. I guess I'm kind of glad about that. One more turn to the elevators here. We should still remain where we are. It's a little darker here. What the heck? You should have fought the Rat Hound and just killed it. Oh, looks like... Oh, God! Woo! Wow! Smooth. Very smooth. surely the Faceless won't deactivate the elevator. Luckily, the elevator got sabotaged while close to an auxiliary tunnel. There's no telling into what sort of danger it might lead you. You've been descending for quite a while now, and you're sure you're close to deep caverns. Crawl through to the other side. Okay, everyone. This is all going to be brand new to me. There's the autosave. That's the good luck, Tim. Good luck to you. So, let's go a little further, and then we'll look at what equipment I brought with me. Would have expected there to be more fungus. Guess we'll have to walk through this. Why would you expect there to be more fungus? That's a good question. I don't know. I just thought there'd be like huge forests of fungus down here. I can't say I'm that disappointed though. We are going down deeper and deeper. Yep, just a giant slow slope. Hello. That's a strange growing plant slash fungi. Oh, I would get vertigo being on the edge of that pit. He sees us. It's 6. Well, 6, we might as well talk to you. A rumbling voice speaks to you once more. You made it. Good. What is going on here? We must speak. I have been waiting for you. Well, if we're going to talk, we can start by you telling me your name. What do I call you? Rum Umbra. Why were you waiting for me, Rum Umbra? We find ourselves in the same events, at the Institute and here. These are not coincidences. As I connect events I have witnessed, I wonder how many more of those we passed by each other, unaware that the other one was nearby. You want that cube too, right? I remember we spoke about it at the Institute. Yes, but for a different reason than you. What is the deal with that cube? Most of what happened recently seems to somehow revolve around it. Your questions are sidetracking the conversation. Listen, and I will tell you what you need to know. The artifact. It is in possession of what you know as Chort. Chort must be destroyed, and the artifact returned to the tunnelers, faceless. Refer to them as you wish. They are not your enemies. You share more common goals than you had ever thought. All this talk makes me feel like I'm some kind of chosen one. Your arrival here is not a coincidence. You will play an important part in Chort's destruction, or even outright destroy it on your own. All the events which have led you to this one here have produced a setting, a frame. Your deficient language prevents me from conveying the meaning properly, in which the only outcome is for you and Chort to meet. The only possible way for you to create an exit at the deep caverns is to destroy Chort. I have contemplated it greatly, considered possibilities you are not remotely aware of, and I inferred no alternative. If you want Chort dead so badly, why don't you kill it yourself? That is not my event. I find it difficult to explain, as I have stated, but it is something that must occur, and you are the main participant. Of course, I could be wrong about you, and this frame ends up being your grave, this conversation meaningless to you, and detrimental to me. The more I ponder the events which led you here, however, the more I am confident that what I am telling you is correct. Interesting. I wonder if this isn't some sort of play on the way... So, something I've always enjoyed in various video games is when they explain what happens when you die. Another game would have like this was... what's it called now? Our Darker Purpose. Where you die over and over in that twin-stick shooter as you get better and better, and eventually you beat the game, you get to a certain part, you beat the first boss, and the game resets, and you beat the first boss and the second boss, and the game resets, and so on and so on. And as you die, the game has an in-reason why you die, and why you live yet again. This makes it sound like there are all these other dimensions going on. These frames, whenever we died, that was the end of Garrett at that point. But then, when we reloaded the game and continued to play, a different point happened. And we won that time. And thus, that dimension continued. Maybe in those other dimensions, the Chortists would not even have gotten the cube. Maybe Cortec, or what have you, would have actually secured it and kept it. Who knows? It'd be interesting to think about that, but that would take me a long time to even begin dwelling about, and a great amount of time to talk about, so let's move on. Let me get this straight. You want Chort killed, and I'm somehow destined to do it. You want the artifact returned to the Faceless, but you somehow cannot interfere. Why are you still here, then? To make certain these things occur. My presence here was not related to Chort originally, but as I learned of it, of its name, it became more important. Most important. You know, I thought Six was a Faceless. Maybe he's not. He's really tall, right? He has a mask just like the Faceless, or similar to the Faceless, but maybe he's not one. He doesn't talk like he is a Faceless himself. Like, he refers to them as Faceless or Tunnelers, as if he's not one of them. He didn't say us, so that makes me think he's not a member of them. Okay, tell me about Chort, and what one would have to do in order to defeat it. It is an entity, an embodiment of something that must not be allowed to prevail. I cannot tell you what that is, for I do not know yet myself. Perhaps I will have these answers ready for some other event. In other words, we don't get to know, but maybe a future Garrett would have a little more knowledge of what this was, should it be required. Maybe Six is a dimensional, like he jumps to different dimensions, and this would be a waste of time for him if we are the ones not to be able to accomplish this. His arms extends, his arm extends pointing towards the tunnel. This way leads to Chort's domain. After you step into it, you will be prone to its influence. Your fragile mind will be exposed to violation. Far to the north, you will see an entangled gate. Behind it lies Chort. The details of Chort's destruction I do not know. After it is done, again, the artifact must be returned to the Faceless. Garrett from the Thief series would choose number 4, right? He refused to work for the Keepers. However, we are not playing 100% that Garrett. We didn't get too much information from 6 before. I don't know if I trust 6. Killing Chort seems like something I'm being asked to do for free. I'm not even getting paid for this. But I don't see any option here that I like. I wish there was a way for me to say, I don't see many options here. You seem to hold all the cards. So far, what you've told me only makes things more confusing, and on top of that, you ask me to accomplish something without even knowing why, and you give me absolutely no reason to trust you. Why should I do what you say? There is no other option. Whether you end up victorious or a stain in the ground, the only way for you to leave this place is by being a participant in Chort's destruction. I can offer you all I know about this location, as limited as it is. Then tell me about Chort. I have difficulty comprehending Chort, but I may look at it from a different perspective. Go by what I have told you so far, lest I risk confusing you by relaying unfinished thoughts. The Faceless might give you a more appropriate answer. Their information too is limited, but their mindset is closer to yours. Yeah, I know 6 is not a Faceless. I thought he was. Are there any other people in Deep Caverns, besides the Chortists, I mean? I know the Faceless are here, but is there anyone else? I was told that a man was spotted relatively near Hollow Earth multiple times. The Faceless described him as one with a chaotic mind. He is the only one of your kin that could be found here as far as I know, excluding the Chortists. Where can I find this man? His exact location is unknown to me. It was unimportant. I do recall that he was noticed in Faceless territory, slightly north of their checkpoint, at the eastern exit from Hollow Earth. I know nothing more than that. You seem to know the Faceless well. What can you tell me about them? We cooperated, and I have visited their home not too far from here. They are not your enemies unless you've mistreated them in the past. Think carefully about your previous actions before engaging them, but whatever your personal disposition towards the Faceless, the artifact must be returned to them. What are they exactly? They are more similar to your kin than you might think, and they are even connected to mine. Do not obstruct their workings. Their mission is important to us all. Is there anything else you need to know? What does the artifact do, and why does Chort want it? The artifact's purpose is a complex one. It is a powerful item. That should be enough. I think the information will prove useful. It will not. The artifact's purpose should not be your concern. You only need to make sure it is returned to the Faceless. Why are you being like this? Just tell me what the bloody thing does. The artifact's purpose should not be your concern. You only need to make sure it is returned to the Faceless. You mentioned an Entangled Gate behind which I find Chort. What does that mean? I was only told of it, but it's supposed to act as an entrance to Chort's location. The gate is large and sturdy, while this entanglement is made of thick organic matter, most likely produced in the same fashion as the spawn which guard it. How do I get through it? I do not know. It is unlikely, however, that you will be able to easily remove this entanglement. I made a few observations which might help you. From what I have been told, the spawns rarely venture far from Chort. I have seen them attack the faceless checkpoints to the east outside their domain, but they would not pursue me past the south exit from the area, this tunnel here. What do you mean? He raises his arm just like before, but this time it points west. There is a cavern there, which contains fungal organisms that are different than others in deep caverns. Perhaps that is the reason the spawn were unwilling to follow me. If you find no other way to remove the entanglement, go there. Maybe you will find something of use. Where can I find supplies around here? Speak to the Faceless. They'll give me supplies. Possibly. That is not what I meant, however. There was a section of abandoned storage buildings in their territory, east of Hollow Earth. A resourceful person such as yourself should be able to find something useful there. What are you, 6, and where are you from? I am bound to this place only temporarily by my mission. I do not belong here. Yes, other dimensions. I am a creature, like you, but I am not of this world of yours. And while you are submerged completely under it, I stand with one foot in it, and one with the other outside. Oh, interesting. This makes it sound like I am something special. There's a book series I read. I can't remember the name of the series, but like the first book is called NPCs. The next book is called I think Don't Split the Party, and so on. And I don't want to ruin the series in case anyone's in the middle of reading it and I'm talking about it, but there's an idea that some people are able to influence actions, or there's a certain very strong... Well, no, this isn't like that at all, Tim. This is something different. But what maybe... Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. No, that book series is not like this. I'm getting the impression that 6 and our Garrett are something unique to this world, based on this conversation with 6, assuming 6 is even telling us the truth. But we are indeed a chosen one. Garrett is us, the player of this video game, and thus he is something special compared to all the other NPCs here. He's able to do things that no one else is able to do, and 6 represents another creature like us of some sort. Alright, 6, I'm ready to go. Good. It is time for me to leave too. We will see each other after Chort has been destroyed. I hope you know what you're talking about. I'm off now. Very well. I wish you success. And now he probably goes to another instance. Or maybe that is a copy of him. And other copies of him have now vanished from talking to their other Garretts. Similar to, what was that one game? BioShock Infinite, at the very ending of that game. Alright everyone, I've got a few minutes left. It should be enough time for us to begin exploring a little bit. I am now at the part of the game that I have not passed yet. From now on, everything is new for the base game. I did everything else we had seen before. However, I did not remember, like, the last 3 videos. Those were basically all fuzzy because of how long it's been since I last got this far. So I'm thinking, let's go look at the gate to start. Let's just name this, entrance, where we met 6. I also apologize, everyone, for talking so much. It's just that, well, this is all newish now, and so I'm going to be giving my thoughts on what's happening to you guys as we encounter each of these things. So, let's first start by charging this a little. Alright, everyone. Let's start. The game auto-saved upon us reaching deep caverns anyway, so if we've messed all this up, we can always undo the entire thing. Like, if we mess up a conversation with 6, we can come back and just redo. I'll do the whole thing off screen again, depending on how tough this is. Creeping Dread. Plenty of traps. I'll let it get up to 10 stacks, and then we'll try walking out of this. We have 5 seconds for each stack. Oh, wow! So that just is constantly lowering our combat capabilities. And if I leave, it goes away. We might as well grab a few more mines. Why am I taking this junk, Tim? Stop. There's no place to sell equipment down here. You're not here to loot. You're here to get the mission accomplished. Looting serves no purpose. I guess we can take a look at the weapon we just picked up, but we're not keeping it. So, mid-level weapon, actually. Lower level, mid-level. Not worth taking it. Some good robes, but I don't think I need to look like a chortist. Oh god. So many battles happened here so long ago. The bandages would probably be useful. An elevator we can't interact with. Up to 13 stacks of this stuff. Wow, my god. Stealth is going to prove to be an invaluable thing down here. Because I don't want to fight anything. I do not want to fight anything down here. We simply can't afford it. That buff is a nightmare to deal with. gremlin stool. That's an interesting name for a plant. Okay. We'll grab some mutagen bits. An oddie item. Some shelves in the locker in here. Let's search all this as well. We might need some of this stuff. We're about to get 20 stacks of this nightmare on us. Oh, hello. All offensive defensive sound reduced by 40%. I can't imagine fighting with such a crippling penalty on you. How do you do this area? Well, I mean, granted, there's nothing here for us to fight at the moment, but just knowing that's there. I mean, and you can't make any real progress. Like, it's on you from the start. The Eye of Sauron's just shines down on you. My god. We should probably pick the lock. Oh, that's a high level, whatchamacallit. Take some normal bolts with us just in case I end up needing them for some reason. A hatch. Oh! While we're down here, though, we purge the effect. We'll search everything in this room. At the very least. Or not so much a room, this giant cave system. Oh, 130! Wow! Did not realize there was such a high requirement. HS hydraulic pump drive shaft. Take that. So we need to search like all the things. Oh my god! Quality 183? I'm taking them just because I've never seen a quality item that high ever before. Wow! I can't imagine what that would be able to do if we found some sort of armor parts Or a shield core with 183. Good God, that's amazing. How much does it weigh? 1.4. I'm gonna bring that back with me. All right, hold on. I have some things I definitely also do not need. Gremlin stool. This yellow dotted mushroom looks poisonous. This might be just a craftable component. I guess we'll hold on to it at the moment anyway, just in case it's used in something that's required here. Actually, no, it's not. It can't be, right? Because I see these quest items here. But that is in my component. It doesn't weigh much. We can hold on to that, I suppose. Well, I did not see the entanglement, so let's do a little more exploring. I'd like to see what it is we're trying to get past. It's like a whole city down here, too, isn't it? A vast lab of some sort. And why did they have these hatches? Like, this would seem an odd way to work. Coming down here every 5 minutes to avoid going insane? Or becoming paralyzed with fear? It seems really odd to me. Gas. Ooh, hello. Cuddle snails. New enemy. Well, we brought stuff to make us immune to the gas. Oh my god, that gun's level. That's incredible. So you can indeed get some high quality stuff from in here. Oh, spirit mushrooms are down here. We've seen traps that have spirit mushroom stuff. 125 to make that poison. My goodness. We'll just leave those there after all. We don't have biology, so it's not really going to help us very much. Our food expired, so let's have some more. Of a burrow burger to give us a little more hit points. I guess we'll fight the cuddle snails? What do you guys think? I think we do it. And we should do it while we still have some means to actually possibly hit them. Come on. I hate the missing 95% shots, and it happens so freaking much. was another. Wow! Has a lot of physical resistance. It's incapacitated, so we thankfully don't have to worry about what it might be able to do to us. We probably need that skeleton. Super glad I brought my outfit with me. Let's double back and go down into the pit. Taking lots of damage on that, Tim. Oh, what the hell was that? Did you see that monster out there? I guess, is it invisible? I can already tell I should have brought more bolts with me. Oh, it's too late. Let's keep going. Go, 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 Garrett. Get to the skeleton. Oh. We're gonna take those. Maybe I won't need them, but if I do need them, I want to have those away from that snail. Okay, and let's head back down this way. No. No, no. I still don't know what this thing looks like. I would like to see the entanglement thing first. Alright, let's head back down here. Didn't actually think I was going to need to wear the outfit, so there'd be that much toxins around. So I may actually have to walk through some of this without wearing my mask. Let's see how much damage I take. Oh, Jesus. Wow, Tim. So you can walk through it, but oh. That uses a bunch of other supplies. No, wear the mask and armor while you walk through that sludge. Okay, that was all of that. Let's walk back down here, take the hatch, then walk back up here, and I guess we'll go right first? We'll also leave those there, along with that set of nets. Chortling Cuddle Snail. The demon must have been... That monster must have been a chortling. I thought we were... I had so hoped we were done with the invisible creatures. Like, the stalkers were going to be the worst thing. Well, then I'm super glad I still brought with me the 90% increased detection goggles. This is amazing. It's like, what was that one game? Metro 2033? But this is like the being outside. So empty. Let's double back and get rid of this debuff. I don't see any hatches around here yet. Can't take the sewer system. So I guess that means we put on our outfit. We have Eye of Chort now. So glad I have Interloper and Tabby Boots. Ah, man, a non-stealth character. How are you doing this? I don't know. Just walk around that mine. Will disarm the EMP. I guess we could walk around it, but I want it gone. Let's see if we can find a hatch somewhere down in here somewhere. Oh, you know what occurred to me? Can I break that apart? Let's double back to a hatch. We can get to a hatch maybe through this way. Ah, crap, I'm overburdened. Ah, it's metal scraps. That's not what I wanted. I was hoping we would get fabric scraps from that. So, we don't want this armor. It doesn't give us fabric, it gives us metal. Mechanical, right, yep, that would make sense. This gives us fabric, so we should probably break that down. Because we're going to need more fabric repair kits to do this, I suspect. Hello. Garbage tappy boots. You know what? I'm not gonna need those. I hope I don't. I guess there's no robots in this area. Oh, we're on the other side of this. Or have we? No, we haven't even been here before. My god, this place is massive. No power. Okay, let's just leave the EMP mine here. Another mechanical suit of armor. They're in good shape, the armors. If we won't worry about mechanical repairs, or apparently we won't have to worry about them. To get Eye of Chort. Let's see if we can explore down in this area. Eye of Chort. A black eye, another 1-point oddity. I love the music to this area, too. So silent and desolate. No hatches in the area, so we can't ditch the whatchamacallit there. Maybe they'll be friendly? Let's just do this, right? Let's just get this over with. Let's just get this over with. Hello. Flawlessly synchronized aiming between the bots and the Faceless effectively accomplishes its intended goal of making you stop right in your tracks. An instant later, one of the Faceless soldiers, still firmly holding his weapon in one hand, uses the other to reach underneath his mask. One twist of the wrist activates his synthesized voice. Remain still. Do as you're told. Time passes by in silence, barring the occasional echo, or the barely audible sound of cracking, as it slithers out of the walls around you. Both parties motionally eye each other until the very same Faceless who spoke to you does so again. You may pass. Go north, through the warehouses. At the first intersection, go east, until you reach an outpost. There, you will be sent to our commander. He requested to speak to you. While on our territory, you may not interfere in any way with our matters. You may carry visible weapons, but be aware that you will be confronted should you show any signs of hostility. Now go. Thank you very much for letting me pass. I'll be on my way now. He nods. Go north, then east. Let's do... Is it in here? Hello, is it in here? Are you in here? No. Well, as long as you're not, you know, stopping me. We'll go ahead. 130, my goodness, you need a lot of hacking. Just gonna check for any more of those weird key parts I need. Hello! Oh. Oh! It runs the gamut on quality levels. Shame I'm not playing a psychic. There's some pretty high-level psychic parts in here. Yes, I'm looking at all of this. I want to know if any of it's worth taking. I mean, some of it is. That is worth it. .142 energy converter. Hello, plush tentacle. Even kids seem to have taken a liking to this weird, the weird back in the day. Is that from a Day of the Tentacle? Never played that game. So this must be the electronic warehouse, I suppose. Maybe another one of these is the mechanical one, etc., etc. Wow, quality 166. So you can get higher quality than 160. The highest quality thing I ever found before this was a quality, I think, 162? I think. The Eye of Chort isn't... Ooh, hello. 156 low shield modulator part. The good news about electronic parts, by the way, everyone, is that they're light. So we don't have to worry... A plasma core. We don't have to worry about them weighing us down too much. I may do some crafting when we get out of this place, so... And we are going to constantly be losing supplies as we go through here, so, you know... Might as well take the time and investigate everything now. Hello, lonely box. What's in the box? We'll never know. At least not with this character. And this will be the mechanical one. Okay. Universal Mechanics Toolset. This toolset contains all the standard mechanic tools one might need when working on Biocorp-produced mechanics. You can see some very strange tools inside. But the You did this on purpose, didn't you? Icosydodecahedronal wrench has to take the prize for being the most strangest. Watch us lead this, and their leader's like, you're gonna put everything you took from those warehouses back in those warehouses in exactly the places you picked them up from. Another pump drive. I know I said we'd go right there immediately, but I lied. But you knew I was gonna lie, so it's okay. Single battery. A working? No. Destroyed plasma turret. Alright, everyone. I think we'll stop here, because we've been playing for quite some time. And when we come back, we'll meet with the faceless leader. So I'll see you guys then, and take care of everyone. Thanks for watching.